Hey ladies, first off I want to apologize at how awkwardly my camera is positioned. I have it rigged, if you say, or if you will say, so it's a little crooked. But anyways, I just wanted to hop on here and give you guys an update with what was going on. I did just record a pretty long video of everything that's been going on my good camera, and I was trying for the first time, but it cut off more than halfway through of what I was trying to say and ran out of space. So I'm saying screw that. I'm going to stick with my phone for now, and I will figure that out later. But anyways, the last time I was on here was Monday. Monday was the day of my beta, and I had found out that it was the negative beta, and it is now Saturday. First off, I want to say I am doing much better. Much better. I feel like calm. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and I am definitely feeling hopeful. I'm not going to say I'm fully recovered, and I don't think I'll ever feel satisfied with my last cycle. I don't think the pain will never go away. But I do think what helped was that, I really hate to say this, but I think what helped was that I just had that gut feeling that entire week that it wasn't going to work. And especially since I had been testing, shame on me, I had been testing, I kind of knew what to expect. So it didn't catch me off guard. However, I will say going into a frozen embryo transfer, I will not be testing until the morning of just possibly, maybe the day before, just so I have a somewhat of an idea of what to expect. But absolutely no testing. I'm not going to put myself through that stress, that emotion over something that might be too early or isn't definite. So yeah, I'm getting better day by day. I feel a lot better, and honestly, I think that's because I've been quiet about this entire time. I've been quiet for the most part about people not even knowing the problem that we have, let alone doing IVF. And I've kept it quiet because it is a very personal thing. I didn't want to answer a million questions, and I really didn't want to hear people's opinions because it can be kind of a touchy subject with some people, and I didn't want to listen to it. I didn't need that sort of negativity as I was going through it. However, since Monday, I have become more public with it. And to be honest, I wish I would have taken that risk, and I wish I would have been open all along about it, because I have been seriously showered with love and support and uplifting words from every which way. Friends, family, people I don't even know, and also people I've never met but aren't so much strangers to me anymore. I really think that has helped me throughout all of this to sort of cope and recover from really a bad emotional place that someone has to deal with. So yeah, I wish I would have done that long ago and just taken that gamble. I really cannot express how much it means to me, the support I've had, the kind, loving words that I've been, told. Words could never even, justify it. It means the world, and I'll just leave it at that. It means the world to me, and I know it means the world to my husband, even though he is halfway across the world right now. And I think that's another thing. I'm surprised I'm dealing with it so well, because he's not here. I am dealing with this all alone because none of my family is here. We just moved here not too long ago, so a lot of my friends are kind of spread out because we are military. At least friends that I'm, really close with over the years. So yeah, I'm sorry I'm all over the place. I do not have notes right now, and then again, I am always all over the place. So I'm just kind of saying things as they come to my head. What else? We did decide to jump right into a frozen embryo transfer this time around because, quite honestly, I just want to get it over with, and I do not mean that in a bad way. I really don't want to chance getting over this, getting to a good place, doing this again, and then having to do it all over again. Like, I would much rather have, you know, a number of months continuously in a row of dealing with this crap and this, like, roller coaster ride than to recover from it and then deal with it all over again. Much rather. However, with that being said, I am not going to go into this next cycle with any sort of negative thoughts or I just want to get this over with because I know I'm going to get a disappointment. No, not at all. So I definitely don't mean it like that. There has been concern on my part as well as other people's parts as some of the stuff I was experiencing after transfer, like my fevers, because I did have a fever at least 2 days after my transfer. I really didn't check on it after the second day. I thought it was normal. I really did. Shame on me. I got on Google and I had seen where there's been several people that had fevers after transfer and then in their 2-week wait. So I thought it was normal and I didn't say anything. But that's not the case. There was other side effects too. Like I was on Crenone and I was also on Minivel estrogen patches, and I'm not really sure which one may have done it, but the theory is that one of them was causing me to have those reactions and fevers. I think it was the Crenone. I don't think the Minivel helped, but I think it was the Crenone because I didn't start my Crenone and estrogen right after, like immediately after egg retrieval, like I've seen a lot of people do. I don't know why. And I might bring that up and ask maybe why they chose this route when I have my consult. But anyways, I didn't start my progesterone until like the 25th, and my egg retrieval was on the 23rd, and my transfer was on the 28th, so just a few days prior to my embryo transfer. And so, I mean, that kind of times right with after transfer, you know, having fevers and stuff. I was having fevers, I was swelling in really weird places. Yeah, my skin was breaking out in rashes, it was dry, it was itchy, it was flaky. And also, I mean, I was constantly having hot flashes too, but I do know that's a pretty normal side effect from the Crenone. And then when I started my estrogen patches, like when I would take them off to change them and put new ones on, my skin would be ripping off with the patches because of how sensitive my skin was and how irritated it was. Once again, I thought, okay, maybe this is normal. No, not normal. I did express that concern with my nurse when I had talked to her, and she said, by all means, that is not normal whatsoever, and that there is a definite chance that because I was having a fever and not reacting well to those medicines, that my body was fighting off the embryos, and that sucks to hear. But it also might help going into this next cycle, because we are definitely, most definitely, whether they liked it or not, but they are on board to go a different route with both estrogen and progesterone this next time around. We do not know what I'm going to be on because we are going to sit down and really evaluate the situation to make sure we choose what's best for me, so I do not have that reaction again. So I'm not aware of what I'm going to be on quite yet, but when I do, I will definitely let you guys know. I do start birth control tomorrow, so yeah, I will be on birth control from anywhere from 15 to 21 days. Last time I was on it for 16 days for my fresh cycle, so I'm going to guess it's about the same there. And then I will be on estrogen. I might even start estrogen before I'm finished with the birth control. I'm not 100% because I do know I started my Lupron before I finished up with the birth control. But we'll see as it comes. And then after my progesterone, I'll be on that the entire time, but not till later will I start some form of estrogen. So then I'll be on progesterone and estrogen. I am not on Lupron. I do know some protocols call for Lupron for a frozen embryo cycle to suppress, but to my knowledge, from what I've kind of gathered, that's the whole point of the birth control, although I do know some places use both birth control and Lupron. So as of right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to have any injections, which I'm a little not caught off guard, but oddly enough, those injections kind of become second nature when, going through IVF. So as far as I know, those are going to be the only things I'm on. What else? No dates yet, obviously. I won't know those till a little later, maybe sometime next week, maybe the earliest, because I have to have my third time's the charm. I have to have another SHG done. So I'm really hoping that nothing has popped up. I didn't get any more polyps or nothing is wrong, because I just went through that surgery in June and I do not want to deal with it again and have to take another 6 to 8 weeks off. No, sir. And I really think that would look really strange to my insurance too. So fingers crossed that I do not have to go through some sort of hysteroscopy again and nothing is wrong and everything is a-okay. So I have my SHG next Friday the 18th, and then I don't have a consult until the 24th because the embryologist is going to be out of town for a conference, I believe, and we are definitely wanting to sit down with both the embryologist as well as my reproductive endocrinologist to talk about everything. I'm definitely going to be voicing concerns that I haven't already voiced about this last cycle, as well as questions about this upcoming cycle. Just want to get all those questions out there so I feel confident. I mean, I already feel pretty confident going into this next one. There's still hope. I have a great shot, especially if it, may have been the medicines that I was having reactions to. So I'm not giving up yet. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to take more grieving time, obviously, because it is devastating because this is our last try. However, it's not the end of the world, I've realized, and we will just obviously go a different route and we will start the adoption route. I wish we would have started that from the get-go so we could at least have our foot in the door as a backup plan, and not even really as a backup plan because we're doing that regardless. But it is a long process, and I wish we would have already had our foot in the door, because if I had it my way, I would have the privilege to go down both routes as far as carrying my own child and also adopting a child, especially given our circumstances. I think I would be very blessed, and I would love to bless another child who isn't so fortunate. But time will tell which route we go or what I get. I can't control it, obviously. So yes, I'm trying to think if there's anything I didn't cover. I'm not sure if my husband is going to be back by the time this is all said and done. I don't think he is. So I'm really hoping that I can welcome him with a nice big old BFP surprise when he comes home. That would be awesome. So yes, I start birth control tomorrow and we'll go from there, and I will update as I know stuff. I hope everybody is doing well, and you ladies that are just finishing your embryo transfers, definitely relax, spoil yourselves, do not think about it. Please try to refrain from testing. If you feel like it'll make you feel better, by all means go for it. Everybody is different, but really do not beat yourself up over it, and don't add that unneeded stress if you don't have to. I'm wishing you guys all the best of luck. I am definitely rooting for you, and I cannot express enough the support and encouraging words I have been shown over this past week. It means so much to me, and it has definitely helped regain my faith in this next cycle, and I am very excited to go through this. I feel like it's going to drag by. But I'm hoping it goes by fast and I can give everybody wonderful news, and especially my husband. I hope you guys are having a fabulous weekend, and take care. Bye.